Hey friends, thank you for joining me for math today. So we're going to do a couple of lessons with this video. We're going to lesson 9.3, which is about non-standard units. So that just means anything that's not like a ruler or something. And then we're also going to do 9.4, which is making a non-standard measuring tool. And then we'll also be doing 9.5. Okay, so for 9.3, it says use squares, but you can use whatever you have at home for any of these pages, whether that be pens or pencils or crayons, just something that is the same length. So it says Jimmy sees that his boat is about 6 color tiles long. Draw his boat. Draw the color tiles to show how you measured. So I don't have color tiles at home, so I'm going to use some crayons. So it says that it's about 6 color tiles or 6 crayons long. Well, my 6 crayons are pretty long here. So what you can do is, as long as you have the same length of something, you can use that as your measuring tool. So I'm actually going to use like half of a crayon to be my measuring tool. So see how my lines are kind of the same? So then if you have lines that are just about the same, I'll kind of divide them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this would be about how long Jimmy's boat would be. Now I am not a super talented artist, but I'm just going to, draw boat here, and here's part of the sail. Here's the sail and all of that there. So you can just do your best with your drawings. And so for the rest of these pages, you are just going to measure some items in your house. If you don't have a stapler or scissors or a paintbrush or paints, just measure some things around your house. You can take your black and white book if you like, and you can measure it with crayons. It's like, okay, well, my black and white book is about 3 crayons long. So if you're going to use crayons, you can just go ahead and indicate what you used here. So instead of tiles, maybe you just write crayons. And instead of measuring a stapler, maybe you put a book. Okay, so just go ahead and measure some things around your house using something that is the same length each time. Okay, and same thing here. Like I said in the last video, black and white pages are optional. So then for 9.4, we're going to be making a non-standard measuring tool. So that's kind of like our crayon with our last example. So it says, Mateo and Ali measure the same pencil. So both Mateo and Ali are going to measure that pencil. Mateo says it's about 4 paper clips long, 1, 2, 3, 4. And Ali says it's about 3 paper clips long. So one of these two made a mistake. So Mateo measured correctly. Ali made the mistake. Why do you think Ali made the mistake? So Ali made her mistake because she doesn't have them right next to each other. She has them spaced out. So when you are using a non-standard measuring tool like crayons, you have to make sure that they are right next to each other, that they are backed up right 1, 2, 3 right next to each other. Otherwise, it is not an accurate measure of length. Okay, so same thing here. You can use crayons or to measure something, and it doesn't have to be a desk, it doesn't have to be a board. You could do a window in your house, you could do a chair in your house, just any kind of household objects that you can measure. Okay, and same thing here. And the black and white pages, we know are optional. All right, if you'd like to work on this together during office hours, you are more than welcome to join me anytime. I would love to see you for any reason, whether it's doing math or writing or working on your black and white book, or even just to pop in, say hello, and show off your pet if you'd like. Thanks so much for joining me.